In other videos, you've heard me say that our purpose here is growth in love. Well, what produces the most growth? First, I would say that experience is probably the most powerful. Just as when we are children, we need to try things, fail, and try a new way until we succeed. Consulting other people's experiences may help avoid disasters, but nothing seems to teach a positive lesson like actual experience. As a subset of experience, we can include repetition. Lessons are not necessarily learned instantaneously, but must be absorbed over time. The experience of the liturgy over decades slowly forms us, for example, as does repeated exposure to the messages of love, grace, and forgiveness. Second, it is difficult to grow without quiet time or downtime, during which the lessons of our experiences can be absorbed into our being. This takes place even when we do not intend it. It's as if our brains, freed from focusing on which bread to buy or how many people to invite to dinner, can go about processing things behind the scenes while we sit quietly and watch the birds. Getting bored is not a bad thing on occasion, though persistent boredom means that we are having too few experiences to process. Third, talk is not as central to growth as it might seem. Much of what is said and written serves immediate purposes, whether practical, that is, would you pass me that pen, or egoistic, don't you know how important I am? And too much serves no meaningful purpose at all, but merely acts as filler to help people not to face reality. Nevertheless, without talk, it's difficult to build love and trust. One of the most productive avenues of growth is a relationship of complete and implicit trust with another, a person to whom one could tell absolutely anything and not fear rejection. This allows one to face things with more gusto, and growth increases significantly. Also, a well-placed, inspired comment can produce positive results over the course of a lifetime. A therapist once said to me, for example, "Let other people be uncomfortable for a change." That has stuck with me, and over the years helped me to maintain good boundaries and to grow in self-possession. One of the most important aspects of a therapeutic relationship, whether with a spiritual director or a psychologist, is not explaining things to a person, but being present to them and understanding them. It does not help to tell others what to do or how they ought to live or what they're doing wrong. Since we cannot avoid experience and it's difficult to avoid repetition and talk, our own role in growth is a willingness to face reality, allowing ourselves downtime and seeking meaningful relationships. This requires being aware of what is rather than what we would like it to be.